Learning standards are one of the most important issues in schools today. These standards influence every dimension of our educational system, from high-stakes standardized testing to the topics and skills students are taught in school, and to the professional development that teachers need to be effective. Hodges literacy coach Tracy Payton is working hard to make sure that all of Hodges Elementary School's teachers understand learning standards, what they are, why they matter, and how they work across grade levels. Our South Carolina College and Career Ready standards set grade level expectations that set our students up for success. We want our kindergartners to be able to identify the characters and settings and stories, but in first grade, we move into comparing and contrasting characters' experiences to those of the reader. And by 5th grade, our honeybees can analyze 2 or more events in a text and explain the impact on the plot. Today we want to show you how we stretch a standard across grade levels, so sit back and enjoy our literary text standard 8. Analyze characters, settings, events, and ideas as they develop and interact within a particular context. Extravaganza.
Alright, we've been working on a standard to cover characters, setting, and problems in a story. And in kindergarten, we have decided to use nursery rhymes to help us cover this standard. Little boy blue, come blow your horn.
The sheep in the meadow, the cows in the corn. Where is that boy who looks after the sheep? Under the haystack, past the sea. Will you wake him? Oh no, not I. For if I do, he will surely cry.
Who are the characters in this story? That's right, the characters are Little Boy Blue, the cow, and the sheep.
Itsy bitsy spider went up the washout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider never was found again.
Great job. Who was the main character in the Itsy Bitsy Spider?
Spider!
And where is he?
In kindergarten, these honeybees are buzzing with knowledge as they describe characters and their actions, as well as identify the problem of the story and its solution. Hodges Kinders did this work using the nursery rhymes, the Itsy Bitsy Spider, Little Boy Blue, and Little Miss Muffet.
Birds and waves. Along came a spider who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away.
Birds away, and then there was a really big problem, right? What was the problem in the story?
The spider sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away.
Good job. And what was the ending of the story, Hunter?
The spider scared her and she ran away and the birds away fell.
Her curds and way fell, and that made an even bigger problem, right?
Yes!
So now,
Welcome to our character trick track. Come on in.
In our character chart, we're thinking about the outside of the character, their characteristics we can see throughout the story. They think about the actions and they think about the feelings of the character, and that helps think about the inside character traits of the character or characters, and they choose one from the story that they make a connection to that reminds them of something in their life.
Sometimes I walk away when my...
In first grade, these students can describe character actions and feelings. They can make connections to their own actions and feelings and compare themselves to the character.
Can you tell me about Kat's actions and feelings in the story?
She was mad and she was nice and sad.
Let's take a look and see how second graders are buzzing with knowledge. These students are learning to compare and contrast characters' feelings and actions across text. Taking two classroom familiar favorite books, they are comparing similarities between characters from two different stories, as well as contrasting their differences as both characters face some adversity in their respective stories.
No, indoor recess doesn't make us scared. How about happy?
No. Yes.
Maybe a little happy.
I'm happy.
Ooh, I saw some of that face, right? With the pleasure. And then, that's more like what Wyatt was thinking, right? So, we can have indoor recess instead. He's not happy, right? You would say, time for school. Frankenstein would say, yeah. Camilla, why did you think Camilla was scared? She was afraid people would make fun of her. Do you agree to that? Thumbs up if you agree to that. I think so too. Absolutely. So will you put it here in this section that belongs to Camilla?
That's why she didn't eat the melody.
Right. That's right. Which character would be lonely? Bear? Why was Bear lonely? No one visited. Did he really want visitors? No.
In second grade, the students are focusing on character traits, and we take it a step further in third grade and we talk about character motivations and actions and how their motivations and actions develop the plot throughout the books that we read.
Good morning. We have been studying Finding Winnie, and we have been working on character traits and motivations. We have three young ladies here that would like to share some of their learning, and then we will go to our class to think about what character traits that Harry Colburn exhibits.
He finally decides to take Winnie to the London Zoo to keep her safe. After the actions of Harry Colburn motivated by his love leads to the creation of Winnie the Pooh. She honors her great-great-grandfather by telling his story to her son.
We're going to write about his actions, what motivated him, and what character trait that we are seeing within the book. So if you would open up your reading journal. What was one of the actions that Harry took? What did he do for Winnie? He bought her for, and then what happened? Why did he buy her? What was his motivation to buy her?
Because she was with the trapper.
And what did he want for Winnie?
Stopping by our fourth grade will also show how students are buzzing with knowledge. They are using a variety of text and text evidence to show how a historical event influences the character's setting and plot development. Also explaining how conflicts cause characters to change plans while moving toward a resolution. Building on prior knowledge from the previous grade, the fourth graders moved from just character motivations to character conflicts to develop plot. The teacher's goal is to push them into fifth grade work, where they will be analyzing two or more characters, events, and settings to explain impact of the plot. Using a book, song lyrics, and a reader's theater, which all focused on different perspectives of Spanish exploration, this fourth grade teacher was able to integrate this reading lesson with social studies instruction.
Now after that, when you have with our story elements and a story map, you have to have a falling action that happens.
Okay, for our next activity, we are doing a reader's theater about Christopher Columbus. The purpose of this is for the students use everything they've learned about about their characters and using text evidence in order to show with the characters, setting, and plot development through a historical aspect, which is standard RL 8.B. So in this group, we're practicing. Another objective for this lesson is in order to work and improve on our fluency. So, because that was something that I noticed that our students needed work on. Through this, they can, and through the expression of the characters, they can improve on their fluency as well as their expressiveness.
First-year teacher Caitlin Coker isn't letting her class fall behind. She and her students read Encounter by Jane Yolen and analyzed the characters, settings, and events by retelling parts of the story in different characters' points of view. Then they wrote journal entries on parchment paper and shared them with each other. This work enabled them to really express how conflicts cause the characters to change over the course of time in the story.
They are done writing. They are going to perform it for us. They're going to take over their perspective that they have written from, and they're going to display it for us. They're going to tell us who they are. They're going to read their entire diary entry from beginning to end.
These fourth graders in Mr. Carl Schwartzman's class have been reading a myth, How the Coyotes Stole Fire. During their reader's theater, they discovered how characters responded different ways to the same challenge of fire.
One of the fire beings got close to the coyote.
Even in the computer lab, one of our weekly related arts classes, our students are working on character traits by designing monsters as they work on the app Teach Your Monster to Read with Miss Belcher.
She has a crown on her monster. She's decorating her monster, and this one is reading sentences. It's telling them what to do, what word. And once you find your word, you take it to the monster, and the monster will open up the surprise box. Yeah, so she got it right. Yay!
How else would you describe a character trait? So if I said Ivan has black fur, is that a character trait? That's a physical trait, right?
In fourth grade, students are able to explain how characters change throughout the story. However, in fifth grade, our students are now analyzing two characters and how they impact the plot.
So today we are going to look at Standard 8 in our literary standards. As a fifth grade group, we have been reading The One and Only Ivan. And today we're going to look back through the text at some events that have happened in the story, and we're actually going to talk about how that impacted the story and how the story might have gone if those events had not happened.
Kind of making action, making things happen.
In Ms. Strawhorn's social studies class, the students are using the book City of Orphans to determine what influence the Industrial Revolution and New York City had on the development of the plot.
Kind of thinking like it's dark and like I'm feeling like the floors are probably like squishy and lumpy and like when you step you hear that like slush sound maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're talking about like having to strip the dark out like a lantern and stuff.
Yeah, because this happened when? Like, why would they have to use a candle to see?
Because we didn't have electronics.
There was no electricity during this time.
We're looking again at the Helpful Badger. Remember that is our Japanese folktale that we're working on, and we've been learning about two characters, Mr. and Mrs. Kitabashi. Guys, remember at the beginning of the story, they are, what's this word? Antagonist. You're going to look today through that story to try to find text evidence that supports changes in those characters. Because as the story moves toward the end, we said they changed to being the what? Protagonist in the story. So you're going to look for text that supports those changes.
In Gatus, these students are describing how characters change as the plot moves toward the resolution. In this particular class, the students have been reading the Japanese folktale, The Helpful Badgers, and using it to learn how the main character changed from being the antagonist to the protagonist. The hard work done with this learning standard in the previous grades enables this group of 4th graders to extend their thinking and questioning with some accelerated rigor.
Hey Hodges Honeybee families, I am Melissa Young. I am your PTO president, and we just want to welcome you this evening to our virtual PTO. I want to touch base with you guys with a few things that we have coming up, important dates I want you to put on your calendars. This week on Friday we will have our first Chick-fil-A biscuit sale. That will be in both car lines. Please remember to come early because it's first come, first served. And if you could please bring exact change, we would appreciate it. We are also having a biscuit sale on November 13th. That's a Friday in 3 weeks. We just wanted to make sure that we gave both our A and B students the opportunity to participate. On December 1st, we have another Chick-fil-A Spirit Night scheduled. That was a good success for the one that we had back in September, so we appreciate everybody who came to that. Your students should have already received a flyer about our virtual fundraiser that we have going on right now. That started yesterday and it runs through November the 9th. Everything is online as far as you take payments online, orders online, and everything is delivered straight to your family and friends who place their orders from you. With it being virtual this year, we kind of expanded on our variety, so there's actually 2 fundraisers. We have a Believe and a Booze. Your family can choose to participate in one or both. Kind of something I thought about. If you have 2 kids, you could do one to do the Believe and one to do the Booze. Believe is free shipping if you order $75, so you may want to get your family together and place one large order and have your child deliver that. However you guys want to do it, it helps our school out. This is our biggest fundraiser we have of the year to do a lot of things to support our school. And the last thing I want to ask you guys about is that we always could use volunteers. As things progress throughout the year, hopefully we'll be able to do more things. We need volunteers for the Chick-fil-A biscuit sale. We also need some volunteers for the Red Ribbon Week, which will be the end of this month. Ms. Hill has asked for volunteers to come in and help do things like posters, count out prizes, hand them out to classrooms, but we do need parents to sign up for that. So feel free to message us through our Facebook PTO page and we can get in communication with you. Or if you're not on our Facebook page, call the school and they can get your information and one of us will reach out to you. Thanks so much. Bye guys.
Good afternoon. Welcome to our first PTO meeting. I'm Christine Rogers, principal here at Hodges Elementary School. We are so excited to be able to showcase what our students and our teachers have been doing this quarter. Last week we sent out some information regarding Title I. We value your suggestions and your feedback, so if you'll send those forms back in your child's folder, we would greatly appreciate that. If there's any way that I can serve you and your child, please reach out to me and let me know. Thank you so much.
Hey, I'm Courtney Thomas, assistant principal here at Hodges. This is my second year as a Hodges Honeybee, and there's no place that I would rather be. Please reach out to me if I can help you or your students in any way.
Hello, my name is Linda Hill. I'm the school guidance counselor and the school support facilitator. I love students, and all our kids, they're terrific.
Hello, I'm Tracy Payton, the literacy coach here at Hodges Elementary School. And I have the pleasure of going in and out of classrooms every day and working with our teachers and working with your children and really pushing our South Carolina College and Career Ready standards. And we really want you to be involved. So you can grab a copy of Parent Friendly Standards at scfriendlystandards.org and see what you can do to help us stay on target here at school.
The The South Carolina College and Career Ready Standards for English Language Arts are the result of a process designed to identify, evaluate, synthesize, and create the most high-quality, rigorous standards for South Carolina students. The standards are designed to ensure that South Carolina students are prepared to enter and succeed in economically viable career opportunities or post-secondary education and ensuing careers. Here at Hodges Elementary GSI, it is our goal to attack these standards of learning and to stretch them across our grade levels in a way that deepens your children's thinking and sets them up for a path of success.
A good educational system provides many tools that help children learn. Parents and families are a big part of a child's success team because a great deal of learning goes on outside the classroom. So check out the family-friendly guides to our South Carolina academic standards at scfamilyfriendlystandards.org. We hope you enjoyed our presentation.